Hey guys, this is SeeGeekGO, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Roaming Fortress, the app for Google Play and for the App Store. It is a free app, which is fantastic, and it is a fantastic take on a tower defense game. Going into the game, you have this really great story of the fact that your fortress was almost overtaken in your city by these trolls, these orcs, what have you. And you've decided to get this really cute bird and beast who's blue, and he looks kind of like an elephant, meets a dinosaur, and he's super cute. And you've decided to put a harness on him and place your fortress on top of him. So you get into the game, and you are essentially, like the game says, a roaming fortress. And your whole goal is to find these other citadels, these other fortresses, and overtake them or take them back. So you end up roaming along, fighting these people as you go, and once you've destroyed everybody before this fortress, you have overtaken that fortress and you're able to put up your roaming fortress flag. So it is a tower defense game, but it's really interesting and innovative one. You also have really great in-game mechanics of having a physics engine, or I'm going to call it a physics engine. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me, but in the fact that if your baddie is walking along and you're trying to aim an arrow at it, you have to aim the arrow where you think they're going to be based on the speed that they are walking currently. So it's not kind of basic in the fact that if you click on that guy, he's going to get hit no matter what. So that's really great. Also, they have different level monsters as you're going along. They're introduced in the different levels throughout the game. You get different weapons, and you can kind of upgrade your fortress as need be. You can get new fortresses. They do have an in-game purchasing system where you can get more coins, but the great thing about it, I'm going to stop pointing at you with this pencil, the great thing about it is that they don't berate you with being like, buy something in-game every 3 minutes with push notifications. I hate those. I really hate those. I am going to be reviewing this puzzle game / bubble game, what have you, in a little bit, where it's constantly asking you to buy other things, and I hate that. It takes so much away from the game to constantly be asked to buy things, and you just feel like you're in this stream of pop-ups with no way out, and you just want to play the game. So Yeti has developed a kind of store system in which you're going to the next level of the map that you're in, and you don't have to necessarily purchase anything. It's just a tab that's available there. So that's really great. Before each battle, you can prep your bird and beast, and there he is. He's so cute. And you get these fortress battle positions down below. I would like to know, though, however, if anybody knows how to get more fortress battle positions. Maybe it's one of the things that you have to purchase in-game to get more. But I'm at the point where I'm at level 7, and I just really need more fortress battle positions. And maybe it's the fact that I'm still on a small fortress that I don't have more. That would make a lot of sense in terms of game mechanics and how it should be. Like, when you think about it, if you have a larger fortress, you're going to have more battle positions available. So that is a screen that you get before you go into battle. And you can, like I said, get newer, bigger fortresses. You can build up your squad. You can kind of figure out how many command points that you're going to have going into the game, which is the basis of how many squads you can use. So even if you have like 8 squads beneath you, underneath your longbow and your auto spear or what have you, going into the game you only have 5 command points. You can only use 5 of those at the beginning. You can garner more command points as you go along, as you kill more baddies, which is really great. You don't have to worry about kind of not having enough command points when you start off the game to really do what you deem necessary at a certain level. So I find that really successful. As well as the fact that they've also introduced auto spear and auto longbow and stuff like that into the game. So if you're kind of fighting with the longbow as what you're actually manually doing, if a baddie gets up to the bird and beast and starts smacking it, if you have auto spear on and you've already designated one of your command points to a squad for auto spear, it'll just start hitting it with the spears when it gets within range. So that's really fantastic. If you don't want to use the auto mechanisms, you can kind of not put them in your battle positions if you want to do the game fully on manual, so to speak. So that is really great. In terms of like the look of the game, it is super cute. I wouldn't say that it's like Hello Kitty adorable or Pokemon adorable, but the Burden Beast is really cute, and the little guys that you're fighting against, like the size of them relative to the Burden Beast is kind of hilarious. And also like the size of the trolls with the axe spears relative to the Burden Beast, they're like, I don't know, 2/3 of the height of the Burden Beast, and you're like, how big are these trolls? What is going on right now? Is my city really tiny? Are my people really tiny? What? There is a really great walkthrough online already for this game, so I'm going to post it down below. It goes through the first 3 levels of the game, and it's actually posted by Yeti CGI themselves. I do think this is their first game, and I'm sorry if I sound terrible. I'm sick right now and super phlegmy, and I know that's gross, but I really wanted to do this video today, so I was like, I'm just going to do it. So I did it. But Yeti CGI has already posted a tutorial. So part of the reason that I wanted to do this review in conclusion was that I was finding that there were a lot of negative reviews purely based on the fact that people couldn't open the game on their iPad, their iPhone, or what have you. And I find those to be really not helpful to kind of the level of the game in terms of stars in reviews. And they just end up flooding the review section with negative reviews for, like, every other one for this game was I couldn't get it to open. Try closing down all the apps on your phone or your iPad. Half the time for me, that's the reason why a game won't open, is too much is running at once. So it's just not the place for those things. Also, a lot of reviews on iTunes stores, I really liked it, or it reminded me of this game, and that's not necessarily helpful. If you want to see what kind of game you want to play or what kind of game you would like to be playing, kind of going in depth to game mechanics and stuff like that is really helpful for me. And there are a lot of channels out there that do that for tabletop games, and I'm going to start reviewing tabletop games as well because I love them so much. And there's a lot of channels out there for games as well, or games on Steam, or games on PS3, and I was just finding there wasn't a lot there for apps. And there are some walkthroughs for apps and stuff like that, but I wanted to give a general consensus on how a game felt, how it worked, and why it was great, and why it wasn't so great. So thanks to you guys for watching. If you have any ideas for any apps you would like me to review in the future, whether they're games or they're not games, leave them below and I will take a look at them as soon as I can and try to get out a video if I really like them or even if I don't like them. So you guys have a great day and keep on playing.